So, Ubisoft! What do I think of Ubisoft? I know what I feel about Ubisoft. I don't hate them as much as EA, but I still think they can be as bad as EA in terms of their monetization, in terms of everything they do, in terms of their scummy practices. They don't tend to screw up on such a colossal scale. I mean, Ubisoft have never gone as far as to push the boat so far out that they've got fucking senators involved, but often make stupid choices that can possibly be on par with EA in terms of decision making. And that is recently because, guess what? Ubisoft have decided to redefine the very definition of the word subscription to not mean, well, subscription, I guess, but that's what they're saying at least. No, Tracknations is getting a live service remake by Ubisoft, except this one is going to be a little bit different because you're not just going to be able to buy the game, because why would you? That would be too easy, too simple, and too convenient. No, instead, Ubisoft have decided that they want to instead push the boat out by making it a subscription-based system where you pay money and pay it again, over and over. See, Trackmania is coming out and it will be free to play, at least on certain levels it will be. It will feature 2 subscription tiers. Those who do not want to stump up the cash will have access to solo and multiplayer. But if you want to try the track editor, which is considered the most popular feature of Trackmania, the whole thing that gives it its unique identity, then you are going to have to stump up the equivalent of $10 a year. Which doesn't sound a lot, really, when you think about it, but I still don't have any idea why you would do this. Well, I guess I do, but I'm talking about when it comes to the customer's benefit, why you would want to do this. I mean, why can't you just fucking make a game and sell a game? It just seems like, I don't know why. Why? Well, like I say, I know why. It's to make more money. Because even beyond your $10 a year subscription for access to the track editor, there is also a $30 a year subscription service, or $60 for 3 years if you're feeling like you really want to enjoy Trackmania. The $30 tier will give you things like skins, access to leagues, just a load of bonus crap that you would get with a subscription service. Because it is a subscription service. Well, at least that's what I'm calling it, because according to Ubisoft, they are saying it is not a subscription-based model, because that's not what Ubisoft are calling it. Even though it looks, sounds, and is a subscription service, that's not what Ubisoft are calling it, so it's not a subscription-based model. No. In an article that led with the headline that the game was simply a game that you had to pay for multiple times. At least that's what it said until he changed it, the gutless little twat. Here we go. Ubisoft announced a somewhat unusual pricing scheme, that's to say the least, for the upcoming Trackmania Nations reboot last week. The base game will be free, but full access to Track Editor, which is a major part of Trackmania's appeal, of course, costs $10 per year, while full-on club access which includes admission to special racing leagues, exclusive skins, and all sorts of things, is $30 per year. I pretty much said this. Okay. Predictably, a lot of people, yep, I've heard this, a lot of people are not happy with this. Yep. Saying they'd rather pay full price for a game that they have permanently that they feel like is theirs. In response to the complaints, they said Ubisoft posted a message saying that that Trackmania doesn't use subscription pricing at all. Actually, it's not a subscription model, but an access to the game for a limited time. You pay for having access to the game for one period, and that's it. A Ubisoft rep wrote, that's a fucking thing to roll off the tongue, I want to rephrase that. When the time is over, you have to buy the game again for the time that you want to access it. That's not buying. Buying is having ownership. Buying is owning something. Ownership, buying. That's what buying is. Owning a product. That's renting. What you're talking about is renting. This is not buying. You're not purchasing anything. You don't own anything if you buy into the subscription service. You buy a subscription, yes, but you don't buy the game. When your time is over, you have to buy the game again. Fucking horseshit. You're not buying anything. You're buying a subscription to access the game. You're not buying the game itself. So that is total horseshit. It's a creative way to describe a subscription. It's not a creative way to describe a subscription service without calling it a subscription at all. That's fucking horseshit. That is In terms of PR spin, this is the most lazy fucking PR spin I've ever... This guy is feeding us dog shit and not even coating it in chocolate to try and fool us. It's awful. So, yeah, this article's been amended because after the fucking PR fuck-up that was saying, hey, you just pay for it multiple times, which is fucking abhorrent, really, describing it that way. If anything, it made it sound worse. I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce that. I'm so sorry. Trackmania, but apparently the Nadio managing director clarified on Twitter that Trackmania Nation's remake is in fact subscription based. No fucking shit. Talk about a walk back and a half trying to spin this horse shit. And of course, you know, he's building it up here. You know, you're in Trackmania, you will keep the 100 official plus 365 tracks of the day after your yearly access, and it is more. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Someone get this man a fucking punctuation mark. So what? Hang on. 365 days. So basically, you've got your daily tracks, right? After your yearly access. What? After your yearly access, what? And what? It's expired? What? It's just like there's a word missing here. And this is why you don't use Twitter to fucking release statements. And it is more related to the traditional offline game content. The question is that for online games that can benefit from support, of course, you know, twisting it to make it... It's gone on here to say, like, this isn't about the money. We wanted to give you an option, because, of course, it's always about option. And we didn't want to We wanted to do something for the players and the customers. We wanted them to make sure they weren't feeling like they were getting scalped. You know... But, like, no one, especially not Ubisoft, no publisher, especially not Ubisoft, am I going to believe, did this for the sake of the customer. Like, I don't believe Ubisoft at all. Like, Ubisoft have a long track record of putting the corporation first and the customer not even second, like fifth at best. If they can fit you in, maybe, but if not, fuck you sort of attitude. Like, they have a long track record of being greedy, of over monetizing, so I really doubt this was done with the intention of putting it with the customer first. Like, but I still don't understand why they can't just... And, like, I don't think the complaints are nothing, because money is very important. Of course it is to Ubisoft. But I hope people can see our model maybe aligns in a better way with player needs. In our case, than DLCs, microtransactions, yearly sequels, or monthly subscription. So basically, he's trying to put a spin on it to say, you know, oh, hey, we ain't gonna do all this. You know, instead, you know, you give us money, and then you keep giving us money, but at the same time, you own nothing. You own absolutely nothing. As for why Ubisoft rep said the new Trackmania doesn't use a subscription, I can't wait to hear this. It was an answer written by someone of the studio to another player's question in the 14th page of a forum on a given minute of the day. Welcome to the internet. So in other words, he just blurted some bullshit out. That pretty much sums it up. But I could sum up the whole fucking response like that, if I'm honest. He didn't really talk... He did at least do a lot better to clarify what he meant in terms of, like, how this is going to work and try to put a positive spin on it. I still think it's bullshit because I believe in ownership. I still buy physical media if I possibly can because I believe in ownership, and I believe in, I want to own my movies and video games, and I don't want to feel like I am owed to anything. It's why if I really like a film, I'll get it on Blu-ray, even if I've seen it on Netflix or something. It's why I don't like the fact that certain Netflix shows are not available to purchase even years after they have been released. I do not enjoy that. I know that they pretty much hold it to ransom to you because they want you to come back to the subscription. But at the same time, that's the thing when it comes to the death of, like, physical media. Licenses run out. Things don't get renewed. People fall out. People don't want to always play nice when it comes to this shit. What if down the line they have a fallout or some sort of reason, there is a reason why Trackmania can't carry on and you've invested all this money and the server's shut down? What happens then? You're fucked. And you own fuck all. You've always owned fuck all. So you spent all that money and you own jack shit, basically. This isn't something new, right? I know that they walked this back fast because... but companies have tried to get away with shit for fucking ages when it comes to this. Okay? Fucking ages. I mean, they try to take words that have become stained because of how they have abused them and twist them to try and mean something else but also mean exactly the same fucking thing. In this case it backfired, but so many examples, like even Ubisoft, like here we have just here, like Ubisoft just literally just recently redefined the whole gameplay trailer by having a gameplay trailer without any fucking gameplay. Of the whole idea of on-disc DLC becoming a common trope of discussion, you know, forgetting the whole idea that on-disc DLC is a contradiction in itself, because on-disc DLC means on-disc downloadable content, and you aren't downloading any fucking content because it's already on the disc, so it's not on-disc DLC, but that's what they call it because it sounds better than downloading a key in order to unlock shit that's already on the disc. Then you have, of course, Take-Two, and then of course you have the idea of microtransactions being repurposed as recurrent consumer or user spending. In that common way, you know, very, very rarely nowadays will you hear executives talk about microtransactions. Instead, it's recurrent user spending or recurrent consumer spending, because that word is not as stained as microtransactions, although they are pushing it to the point where people are souring on it because we know what it is. Bethesda, of course. Hello to Bethesda. The whole fucking thing where they decided to release paid mods and didn't want to call them paid mods even though they were paid mods, so they decided to call them mini DLCs. Even though they were paid mods, they looked like paid mods, they acted like paid mods, you were paying for them, they were mods, they were paid mods. And then of course they walked that fucking back by saying there isn't paid mods or mini DLCs. Instead they're trying something new called outsourcing to modders and charging for it because they were paid fucking mods. And then, of course, everyone's fucking favourite, that time that EA decided to try and rebrand loot boxes as surprise mechanics. Like that was gonna fucking work. That corporate fucking mouthpiece.
Bullshit artist!
Everyone remembers that, and everyone fucking knows what they were doing. Words that have become sour have often been twisted into something else. Hell, live services are staying. But the thing you may have forgotten is the fact that live services was a rebranding, because originally they were known as games as a service, but games as a service became stained. So instead of trying to remake the idea of a game of a service where they didn't try to scalp you for microtransactions, they instead gave it a brand new sheet of paint and gave it a much more catchier title. Live services. Unfortunately, that also became stained because they didn't fucking change anything. Just like they didn't change anything with a subscription service. Just like they didn't change anything when it comes to loot boxes and surprise mechanics. They're still predatory, scummy fucking gambling. Just like recurrent user spending or microtransactions are exactly the same thing, and they still fucking are exactly as stained no matter what the fuck you call them. And some idiot on the internet decided to come forth and say, hey, we're paying for a game multiple times. You know what? At least it felt a bit more honest. If I'm being honest, he felt honest. At least he was fucking telling us what it meant. At least it fucking felt like I wasn't being fucking talked at by a PR mouthpiece. Hey, you're just buying the game multiple times. And while this one is much more palatable when they come to the revision of this article, I still feel that it is not a justifiable reason for why they just don't simply make it a purchasable game. Anyway, in the end, it's just another fucking corporate mouthpiece trying to peddle its bullshit, and everyone saw right through it from the beginning. So much so, in less than 24 hours, the article had to be amended by another corporate mouthpiece who could make it a little more palatable. Fuck Ubisoft. Bye for now.